Hello everyone, welcome back to CBSE Writing Skills video series. I am Sushma Singh. Students, CBSE has introduced analytical paragraph writing as a part of the CBSE curriculum under the writing section of Standard 10. And somehow it seems like a real challenge to write this. You need not worry, my dear students, because today our lesson is going to be all about writing analytical paragraph effectively. I hope you all are excited to know the essential tips and techniques for writing a well-structured analytical paragraph. So let's begin. Let's know first what is an analytical paragraph. An analytical paragraph is a form of writing that involves a thorough analysis of the facts present in a wide array of table, graph, chart, pie graph, map, outline, and so on. It also requires comparison of the given facts and drawing conclusion based on the given data. Before guiding you how to write an analytical paragraph and giving you the tips and techniques, I would like you all to keep the scoring, that is marking scheme, in mind, because this will really help you to stick to the required criteria. Total marks for this analytical paragraph writing is 5 marks, out of which 3 marks you will get for the correct content. And correct content you can definitely develop when your writer has a few introductory sentences. Then you need to identify the main trends according to the data given to you. Ideally 3 to 4 key features you need to highlight, and of course finally you have to write 2 to 3 sentences as a concluding line. So in this way you will maintain the correct content. Now, along with writing the correct content, your paragraph should also be well organized. And this, as I have explained earlier, any writer, you need to take care of coherence and cohesion. Coherence means relevance of ideas, and cohesion is nothing but the logical flow of your relevant ideas. This will be of 1 marks, and of course your write-up has to be error-free, both grammatically and spelling mistakes should not be there. So for grammatical accuracy and correct vocabulary, you will be getting 1 marks. So if you maintain this, if you stick to the criteria, chances are maximum that you can score high marks over here. Well, here are some of the important features of an analytical paragraph writing. First, you need to describe the given chart in a single paragraph. You need to interpret in a single paragraph. Kindly don't split up this write-up into paragraphs. It has to be in single paragraph. Secondly, you need to analyze the given data and try to grasp the overall trends first, because that will help you to develop the body paragraph. Thirdly, you have to present language skills while providing a description. Analytical paragraph is more or less a sort of descriptive writing. So you should know the proper functional language in order to show the trend progression, comparison, or contrast while you are describing the paragraph. Take care of 3 C's, that is, you have to be clear, concise, and of course correct, accuracy. You have to maintain. Then it is always preferable to use the passive form of the verb. No personal information should be provided. You have to stick to the information that is provided in the chart or the graph. What figures you are getting, what data has been provided, kindly stick to that. No personal information. Finally, you need to adhere to the given word limit, that will be always 100 to 120 words. Now, you all will agree when I say that one tool that can power up your writing is a strong vocabulary. So, here are some strong vocabulary that you can effectively use for analytical paragraph writing. For example, for introductory paragraph, you can just use the important phrases or the words like show, indicate, illustrate. For example, the line graphs show the information about, or you can say the given graph illustrates about, and then you can just go ahead like that. For the body paragraph, some of the functional words that can be used are, for example, in terms of the most significant feature of the chart, and then you keep on explaining. The general trend showed over here is this. Most strikingly, 85% of the workforce goes on this. In contrast to, on the other hand, in general, regarding, however, although these are the important linkers that you can make use when you are developing the ideas. Now, for the concluding paragraph, of course, you can the concluding lines you can write with overall, in all, altogether, in general, finally, therefore, broadly speaking, and so on. So, kindly use these strong functional words when you are writing an analytical paragraph. That will definitely help you to fetch good marks. How to write numbers, figures and data is crucial part of analytical paragraph writing. The more clearly you express them, the better you are. So here are some useful vocabulary and phrases for expressing anything involving numbers. For example, you can write, just instead of saying 55%, you can say just over half, or just if it is 46%, 47%, just under half, slightly above or below, around, nearly, almost. You can just write you can use the phrase made up less than 30%, reduced by almost 2/3. So these are the various ways you can express number, figures and data properly. So kindly go through them and try to pick up the correct vocabulary, which is a crucial part of analytical paragraph writing. I have explained earlier also that before you start writing anything, it is always a good idea to plan. So here is the basic structure that you need to follow before writing an analytical paragraph effectively. All you have to do is, first you have to write a few lines as an introduction. This can be done easily by paraphrasing the question information in 2 or 3 sentences by using synonyms. Secondly, you have to develop the body paragraph, which is definitely the most crucial part of any writer. Here, you need to do is that highlight the key features that can actually set a path for your body paragraph, and then keep on explaining in detail what the graph is all about using figures, numbers and data, and also make comparisons and contrast if required. Finally, for the concluding lines, you just need to state main inference from the data provided, that is, give the overall view of the graph. Now, this is how you will write actually a well structured an analytical paragraph, which will definitely help you to score high, and at the same time you can impress your examiner with your writing skills. Now here, one thing as a reminder I would like to tell you, that though I have given you the structure that introduction should be there, then the body paragraph and conclusion, which is basically the basic structure for any writer, don't forget, analytical paragraph should be in one single paragraph. It has to be in single paragraph. So this you will keep it as a help. You are not going to divide into 3 paragraphs as an introduction, body paragraph or this. But definitely first few lines will be introducing your writer. then you will talk about in details, and then definitely the last two lines will be the concluding lines. So this is how, but it all has to be in single paragraph. I have already discussed and mentioned the basic structure that you need to follow for an analytical paragraph writing. Now here I will guide you in detail how to write an apt introduction for this. You should mention basically two things in your introduction. That is what your graph shows and for what period of time. This information you are going to provide for your introductory paragraph. Don't forget this. But one more thing you need to keep in mind is that do not copy exactly the question, because such writing will definitely receive low score. All you need to do is you simply paraphrase the question, given the question words using synonyms, and you can write the paraphrased version of that information. Now here two examples I have taken simultaneously for your better understanding. So just see what I have done. How have I paraphrased the question information? It's very simple. Just you need to use synonyms for that. For example, if the question says, the chart below gives the percentage of social media users by age in Delhi in 2009, and you need to summarize this information. What you will do, this information is in the question given. Now you need to use maximum synonyms and then paraphrase the question information. For example, chart below, definitely it will be the given chart, because in your answer sheet the chart will be neither above nor below. So you better use the word given chart. Gives, you can use the another word synonyms for gives, provides. Information about the proportion, which is a synonym of the percentage, is given in the question paper. I'll better write proportion of people using social media. In place of social media, you can definitely go ahead with digital networking according to age group. So as far as possible, you try to use synonyms and make the paraphrased version of the question information. That's it. For the second example also, if the question says that the chart shows a comparative study between the number of working men and women in India since 2010 to 2020, look at the paraphrased version. As earlier also, the given chart, the bar chart, compares the participation of male and female in work fields in India from or since 2010 to 2020, because this is what is an introduction. It will show what the graph, what the figure is indicating actually, and for what period of time. That's it. Nothing else you will write for introduction. This is all about an apt introduction. Considering the body paragraph, which is definitely the most crucial part, because here you need to state the facts and figures provided in the chart briefly and comprehensively at the same time. So let me guide you how you can group the information given in the chart. What you have to do is that you need to look for larger differences that are prominent. Mention the smallest aspects also, don't ignore this part. You can mention the similar aspects, as well as you can talk about unchanged or constant aspects. So in this way you are doing nothing but you are organizing it well, and you are stating the correct facts that has been furnished or provided to you in the chart or the pie chart or graph or table, whatever is given to you. So here the example is there how you can develop the body paragraph. So kindly go through this and you will learn the art of writing this part correctly. Finally, for the concluding paragraph, all you need to do is just summarize the main idea in general, and by no means include any personal opinions or observation. Now look at the concluding paragraph, which I have drafted just for your help. Broadly speaking, The general trend of Delhi's social media users in 2019 showed that if the older people were to use digital networking, they would be the less likely to use this. And for the second question, you can go ahead like this. Overall, it is quite clear that although the percentage of working women initially had a lower rate, women did remarkable progress in work fields in the given period. Now, what I have done, I have just summarized the main idea of the information that was provided in the given chart. Nothing else you have to do. Now, I hope the tips and tricks that I have shared with you will certainly help you to write an analytical paragraph effectively, and you all will definitely fetch high score for this particular question. Now, thank you for watching and see you soon.